And Montego Island Grill. And guess what? I'm speaking to the owner of that grill. And what's your name?
Randy, nurse.
Randy.
Yes.
And then I'm speaking to what's the name? Cousin, Tyrone cousin. And it happens so I'm running to two people who actually grew up in Waukegan. So it's an interesting enactment that I came across the owner of this Caribbean restaurant. So what part of Jamaica are you from?
Actually, I'm from Barbados.
You're from Barbados?
Yes, I bought the original Montego from a Jamaican friend.
Okay, so
About 17 years.
So Barbados is a unique place too. And I was trying to explain to them about Barbados that I was disenfranchised with. And correct me if I'm wrong, right? Once Barbados gained its independence from England, their resources they had was sugarcane, right? But the ruling colonial power still held on to the most fertile part of the land, which is the Pacific side.
Well, not Pacific.
When I say
we have Atlantic Ocean.
the Atlantic Ocean and
Caribbean side.
the Caribbean side. And as I traverse through Barbados, the most fertile part of Barbados, where the English imprint is, they held on to that. They didn't relinquish it, so they gave the Barbados this false impression that they was independent, but they wasn't really truly independent because they didn't give up all the resources. And the reason why I'm saying that, it happened to most country and territory that was owned by the colonial power. And what's dangerous about it, right? If you go if you dig deeper, right, you'll discover that they own the resources, they own the ports, they own these things, even though they're in the hands of that independent nation. And the reason why they did that, because they still have this foothold that a politician don't want to tell you that it's still control until one day you begin to research and you say, well, hey, really, we don't own a whole island.
Well, I believe that same situation happens almost everywhere.
What did I say? Go ahead.
Where politicians give you a false sense of independence.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In Barbados, yes, on the West Coast, South and West Coast, those are the areas where the people with money own properties.
Right. From their own money.
Yeah, own money, and those properties are worth lots.
More than
Yeah.
the enclave in which you gave there.
Yeah, the normal residents, the urban citizens.
Right.
So, but it's the same way, because I've been to other places too. I've been to Africa,
Yeah.
to West Africa, and it's very similar where you have 95%
Right.
extremely poor,
Yeah.
5% extremely rich.
Yeah. So we understand the same concept I'm talking about, right? And the reason for that is what? Why they did that? Let me see if you find out why.
I can't tell you exactly why, but in my opinion, I mean, it still is the same situation where they say 1% of the country's or the world's population owns the same amount as the other 90-something% of the world's population.
Mm-hmm.
So 1% of the world's population have all this money, but still own the same amount as the other 99
Yeah.
or 98% or whatever. You know?
Okay. We are heading towards Virginia Beach, downtown. It's a quite
Pacific Avenue.
It's a main drag here for Virginia Beach.
park your car near.
The attraction is right there on the beach. So we're going down the avenue here, and then we're gonna ride back down. Actually, this is
Park your car near 20th Street.
this
To walk to your destination.
this is a
from
tourist
there, take a
attraction
right.
here on Virginia Beach. It's called a boulevard.
Turn left onto 22nd Street. Then turn left onto Pacific Avenue.
Yeah. Let's go all the way down and come back. This here remind me a little bit of
Then turn left
Miami,
onto Pacific
you
Avenue.
know, downtown Miami. They have the street in the middle here of you gotta go over
Turn
there.
left onto 24th Street. Then turn left onto Pacific Avenue. Turn left onto 25th Street. Then turn left
We know where
onto
we're going
Pacific.
and we just ride it down coming back. Virginia Beach Boulevard.
Turn left onto 26th Street. Then turn left onto Pacific Avenue.
You got the place I was looking for right here.
What?
Giorgio Seafood.
Okay, see, we find the places.
Turn right.
That's what you
then
do.
turn left.
So we know we're on the avenue of Virginia Beach.
Yo, baby mama, favorite DJ. This is live on Streets 87.7.
I'm actually down here at the Virginia Beach setting here in Virginia Beach, Virginia Beach. It's quite a different place because the ocean is out here. This happens to be one of their pockets, the Veteran Memorial. But I'm looking forward to see exactly what's on this beach. I guess I heard people say they're going to Neptune Beach, which is 30th Street. So on my way there to see exactly 31st Street, and I'm gonna go up there to see what other attraction there. But this is a beautiful place so far, so it's pretty nice to be here. All right.
Nice job.
You're welcome. Yeah, it is, yeah? Yeah.
Can I get a
Real one?
no kite?
Fly.
Kite.
Right there's a good frame. It's a good frame right
Oh, so sorry.
right there. It's a frame. Okay. Yeah, I'm on Virginia Beach. Call it the Veteran Memorial. I'm just shooting some pictures here. So this afternoon is one of those quiet evening, nice nice cool 28 degrees or 50 degrees here. This is actually Virginia Beach here. These brave souls out here in this long beach, Boardwalk here, Virginia Beach, off of 22nd Street in Virginia. Virginia Beach. Sun is setting, going down across this boardwalk. I'm actually standing in the front of a beautiful monument here for 22nd, 21st Street. Towards the Veteran Memorial statue lining this beach. The sun is going down. It's a beautiful sunset in the distance. And I'm capturing this remnant towards here. So it's such a big place. I have to capture this moment here at Virginia Memorial. gonna interpret this
Okay.
place, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually here at Virginia Beach, 31st Street, and I'm actually going to see a statue called the Neptune, right?
Yeah.
And it's symbolic because I haven't seen it no place else anywhere. And this beach seems to be so attractive because it has a long boardwalk. And I'm not sure this is the winter time, but I could imagine during the summertime how excited this place is and how crowded it is. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm sure.
This is an excited place to be in the wintertime, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's summertime. So I'm here in Virginia Beach, enjoying it as I take in the detail here. Right, so thank you very much for allowing me to be part of this spin around. And as you can see, in the background, we have a beautiful sunset taking place right across the boulevard. So it's quite a beautiful place to be, and I'm enjoying every moment of it. Are you indigenous?
My good
I
friend.
live here.
You're in-
And it's beautiful.
Oh, you mean
Beautifully birthed there.
the Wisconsin battleship?
Oh, Ben.
So we're going down to the Navy shipyard,
No, it's in downtown Norfolk. On
downtown
the
Norfolk.
waterfront.
So those are the excited places that I should actually go and see.
Downtown Norfolk is
Yeah,
lovely.
I'm a historian from the Virgin Islands, so I'm trying to capture it all.
Richmond. Go to Richmond.
Okay, Richmond.
Yeah, the museum is great.
All right. What about the aquarium you see down here?
Yes, if you haven't been there, I would.
I haven't been here. I'm just traversing. I'm headed on a little
See the aquarium.
training.
Yeah.
So that's the
Also,
attraction.
The Chrysler Museum.
The Chrysler?
Fabulous. It's one of the best glass exhibits on the East Coast,
Okay.
and I would highly recommend that.
You highly recommend that.
Beautiful.
And what's this sign here symbolizing? I'm assuming it's in Neptune.
God of the sea.
It's God of the sea. Okay. See, I didn't see it as God of the sea. I know we have a God of the heaven.
He's of the sea.
There's one of
He
this.
rises from the
There's one
sea.
of this in Rome, you know.
He rided. Oh, one like this in Rome. You ever been to Rome?
Yeah.
I've been there too. It's an interesting place. Down at the Colosseum. Yeah. So okay, so that's what it's at. God of the sea. Well, it's nice meeting you. Yeah. All right. You take care. All right. This is a sand mound here on Neptune Beach here in what we call Virginia Beach. So this is a quite different place to be, and I'm enjoying every moment of it here in Neptune Beach, Virginia. Here's now on 31st Street off of Neptune Park, off of Virginia Beach. Here's some of the humidity that lines the area here. As you can see, nice, fabulous restaurant here. If you want to have a nice meal on this boulevard, this place come. It's called Atlantic Boulevard here in right here at Fish House Bar and Grill at what's it called Catch 31. It's a nice, I think it's a hotel and bar. Yeah. Are you actually from Virginia?
No, originally from Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut. Okay, I'm always get excited when I see a lady riding a motorcycle. All right, Virginia. So how long you guys been into existence?
7 years.
7 years? So what's the significance of the club?
What's the significance of it?
Yeah, yeah. How was it formed, or what is up?
Just
You know,
a brotherhood.
a brotherhood,
Loving the ride.
loving a ride.
Yeah. That's it. Pretty
Yeah.
much, you know.
So tell me what's excited about Norfolk. What's in Norfolk that make you want to stay?
Norfolk?
I mean, when I say Norfolk, Virginia Beach, I could imagine during the summertime this place is
Yeah.
jumping, right?
Yeah, of course.
So this is a different atmosphere now in the winter.
Yeah.
But it comes alive in the.
Yeah, but if you're a true rider, you know, it don't
It
matter.
doesn't matter, man. You're out here. So how much in your club?
We got about 26 members.
So it's a new.
Excuse me?
So it's a new organization.
Is it new?
Yeah.
No.
We're only 26. It's not growing.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a lot.
Oh, because you don't want it too crowded.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's a
So
lot.
what inspired others to want to join that?
Like I said, there's so many different clubs, so everybody's is different. You know?
Yeah.
Like us, we're pretty much. Like I said, we just like to ride. We don't, you know.
Yeah, just like to ride. Yeah. Anyway, I'm a historian from the Virgin Islands, man.
Oh, okay, how you doing?
Coming through your city and trying to get some perspective of what Norfolk is like. So you're indigenous. You from here originally?
No, I'm from New York originally.
New York, man. That's a place, man. That's the first place I've been to.
Yeah.
That's a fabulous. Atlanta and CNN in the distance.
Didn't we?
Yeah.
Let's keep going then. I'm not paying for the parking.
Huh?
I'm not paying for parking. Let's keep going.
I saw that person. Diana! From?
I'm from Haiti.
Haiti.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting, right? I've been to Haiti in the 70s. And man, when the night comes, we have beautiful, distinctive lady comes down out of the mountains like you all. And I was asking this guy, where were they during the day?
Okay, but
So-
where are you from?
The Virgin Islands.
Oh, yeah.
So we do have a lot of nationalists that came from Haiti that came to the Virgin
Oh,
Islands.
yeah, definitely.
So that I'm saying you do have a distinctive. You
Yeah.
remind me of one of those, right?
Okay.
Who came out the mountain. Like I said, I was in the Navy there in the 70s, right? But when the night came, these special women.
What are you doing now?
Huh?
Stop
No,
it.
no, no, no. I'm in New York, what we call the Rust Belt plant, the Rust Belt state. And the reason why they told me to come here, because most people like to have a little piece of land and a house that can go back in the yard instead of an apartment building.
Exactly.
So what's your name?
Juice.
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 All right, nice. Georgia a couple of times, and I was inspired by people who comes to Georgia. So I'm doing a little clip on small town Georgia.
Okay.
What inspired you to come to Georgia?
Oh, like actually when I was in Africa, I never planned to come to Georgia. I was supposed to go to Maryland and Baltimore for my cousin, to stay with my cousin. But because my cousin was pregnant, she could not do the favor to run around with me, like teaching me driving, all that. She complained and said, it's rather you come to Georgia. I said, okay, I had this other cousin in Georgia. So I called her, she said, oh, that's fine, you can come in to Georgia. Maybe when your paperwork came out, like the immigration sent your paperwork, I would just ask her to mail it to us. I said, okay, that is how I came to Georgia.
So what is it like living in small town Georgia?
Oh, yes. I think it is peaceful. The winter climate too is good compared to other states like New York, Baltimore. I visited Baltimore once. It was like quite cold, even though it was during the summer. So I'm like, is it how people are still suffering from cold here? They say, oh yeah, we our climate is different from Georgia. I said Georgia is quite warm, warmer than the Baltimore I went to.
So the climate is actually what attracts you to
Yes,
what a
I
beautiful
think
greenery and forests is.
Yes,
And
I think the climate attract me.
Yeah.
Then when you come to see, I think it's a little bit of peace, but it all depends on the city where you are.
yeah.
Like, I'm in Marietta, it's so peaceful and quiet.
So
I
you
love
live in small town Marietta.
Yes.
You know, I love to go down to the square there. You know, I got some beautiful foliage. Photos of actually Marietta downtown the square. It seems like it's a Mediterranean setting.
Yes.
When you go up there, it's always something happening, art show or
Yes.
something going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
just to talk about the show, I just learned 2 days ago, like on Sunday, that Beyonce was in town in Georgia.
So you went to Beyonce
Yeah.
show.
After a while, but we could not because too much traffic. We
she-
did not make it.
So she sang Lemonade.
Yeah.
She sang Lemonade.
Yeah, she sang so good.
Yeah, yeah. So I noticed that you're an entrepreneur. You are aspired to actually participate in the free enterprise system. And so, what inspired you to actually get into a business?
Oh, yeah, that is what I studied in school. I'm a commercial student, and I have this dream and focus being a commercial, like do my own thing. I don't want to work under somebody. Tomorrow the person will tell me you're fired.
Okay.
So I love being independent. So that is why I came to Georgia, and before I tried to look for jobs like from the warehouse or that, but I find myself like I don't think that is where I'm supposed to be. Let me go and do some grading. Maybe from there I can own my own shop, and I'm happy. I went to that field, and now I have 2 shops.
Give God the glory.
I give God the glory.
Yeah. So that's inspiring. That's an inspiring story because I've ran across a lot of different people that migrated. In fact, Georgia has one of the most transplant people. And the reason why they say they come to Georgia because Georgia offers a lot of opportunity.
Yes.
And it has an educated town. They have people who actually willing to step in and participate in the free enterprise system.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I think
So-
that is true because I came in, started breeding. I was buffing with one lady they call Harriet. I buffed like for 6 months under her business, but when I went, I was thinking like having a business license would take me forever, or it's a difficult tax, like you must go to school.
Right.
But when I went to the COP license office and they asked me like, what type of business do you want to do? You're going into it. I said, I'm doing grading. He said, okay, are you a sole proprietor or partnership? I said, sole proprietor. They were like, okay, so you can give us $108 bucks, $108, and your license will be issued to you. I'm like, just like that? He said, yeah, just like that.
Wow.
That was so amazing.
Isn't it amazing how
Yeah.
how by stepping up, because you was hearing certain things, but you stepped out. And by you stepping up, you participated. Most people sit on the sideline and they say, you think I would like to do that, but they never step out.
Yes.
And guess what happened? We need to be inspiration for others because guess what? We have to let people know
Okay.
you step out.
Yeah,
And once you
yes.
step out, it's gonna work
It's
for
gonna
you.
work for you.
And
trust
even if you fall down, you get back up.
me. It's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
So I love Georgia.
yeah.
Being successful in Georgia, you must love the town.
Right.
It's a small town. Yes, I love it.
So you love small town,
Yes.
small town.
And I like
Yeah.
when things are not crowded. I don't like crowd. Like I heard New York is so crowded. Like I said, no. I need some space.
You know that's interesting because I love small towns too. Because I always go into big towns and escape from big towns
Okay.
and enjoy the ambient.
Okay.
I'm also a naturalist. I also do park service stuff, you know what I'm saying? And
I live here.
you live here? You grew up here?
Hell no.
Oh, you transplant.
Yes.
From
I am.
where?
I'm from Wilmington, Delaware.
Oh, I've been there.
And
It's
then
an
I lived in
interesting
Cali
place.
for 22 years.
And who?
California.
Oh, California. So you're a lady of the world.
Yeah, look.
I can tell. All right. So what's your name?
Ramona.
Ramona Leon from the Virgin Islands.
What's your name?
Leon
Gotta
from the
take
Virgin
up-
Islands.
Oh, okay.
Okay. See ya. Work.
Work, money, more money.
Yeah.
Because I was in Florida, so more money
Okay.
prompt me to come to Atlanta. Atlanta's a gateway to the South.
Okay.
So I figured coming to the gateway to the South, jobs would have been plentiful, money would have been more. So why not?
Okay.
And I came like 8 years ago and I made pretty good. I
Okay.
did pretty good. I do way better than what I was. So I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, so you're transplant from the Virgin Island, and your name is Nilda Rivera. This is my home girl. And so tell me, what is it like living in small town Georgia? And I'm assuming you live in small town
Yeah, I live
Georgia.
here in Powder Springs.
Powder Spring.
I love it. You know the reason why? It reminds me a lot of home.
Yeah.
It's a small knit place. Everybody basically know everybody. The same way in the Virgin Islands, and I think that's why I'm here. Because everywhere I've been has been like broad, fast. Powder Springs, Georgia, slower. You know everybody. You become part of the neighborhood. You know, you become a face in the neighborhood.
Okay.
Versus being in a more bigger area where you're just
A number.
you just 3490, whatever you live at. That's where you live. In Powder Springs, it's more of a home base. More people are more in the
So have you connected to any other islanders here, St. Thomas people?
I have, but the most of them live out like in the Decatur area,
In Decatur.
the College Park area, stuff like that. They live. So I'm out here, so I don't really see a lot of them. But when I do, I make it be known. Hey, where you from? I make it be known because the Virgin Islands really is kind of small for us to come up here and not help each other.
Right.
And that's my problem I feel with us. We don't help each other. Like me, I'm in the restaurant business. I'm a general manager. You know how much jobs I can give to people?
Okay.
You know how much jobs I can hook people up with?
Okay.
I feel like instead of us being crabs in a barrel and trying to get to the top, no, let's not be that. Let's be helpful. Let's start grabbing each other's hands. Okay, look, come stand next to me. Let me show you how to do this.
Okay.
And we need to do that because look how the younger generation is going. They don't have that sense of helping each other like when we grew up. We had big mama. Okay, with mama working, you gotta go to grandma's house and sit there until she. We don't have that. We have children raising children.
Right.
So.
You want to give a shout out to anybody special?
I would love to give a shout out to my whole family in the islands.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm doing it now.
You know.
But just to all my islanders, keep your head up.
All right.
Keep your head up. It's a struggle, but guess what? There's people like me out here that are willing to help.
Right.
So keep your head up.
Second plate.
What is it referring to?
Huh?
What is it referring to?
Second plate. It's a buffet, so you get
Buffet?
second plate.
So you buffet. What kind of food?
We do Southern cuisine.
Southern cuisine. What is Southern cuisine?
Well, we have black-eyed peas and lima beans, collard greens,
Collard green,
cheese, fried
cheese.
chicken, pork chops.
Oh.
So it's like it's a buffet with a twist because what we do is we actually service you. So
it's reasonable price?
$10.95
For all you can eat?
all you can eat, and you get dessert and a drink.
No kidding. I think I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, so we're closed on Monday and Tuesday, but we open Wednesday through Sunday, and then we do brunch on Sunday.
Tell me, what's the meaning of this celebration? It means nothing.
In Mexico, over here is a big celebration. In Mexico, we do like a little battle that they do for the Spain people.
Okay, so what does it mean over here? Meaning what? Time to celebrate a victory of Santana victory over what? That's it? It was like a battle won by who? The Spaniards, Santana. And so this is a celebration of it. Okay. Why not? So when you was growing up, right, your ancestors, and you, what's your name, sir?
Oh, my name is Michael.
Michael, are you from small town, indigenous Powder Spring person?
Yeah.
When you was growing up, the seat of government was actually Cobb County, which is which is Marietta.
Yeah, that's us.
So the offspring from your ancestors after the Civil War was able to acquire land, 40 acres and a mule. And the purpose for that was to do what?
Well, here you probably in the mule right there, though. You farm, you grow your fruit for yourself, or you might grow a lot of it. You sell to the, like markets, someplace like that sort right there, though. And all this to survive, because back in that day, you sort of like had to, make your own food, but you couldn't go to town.
So technically, your family was not sharecroppers.
No, not in my time. It was a little bit, but not a whole lot. It was before my time, right there, really though. With my grandfathers and his kids, they were more on that kind of sharecropping stuff right there. So we had some guy come by, a white guy come by in all the old truck. He would go around selling vegetables and stuff like that, and then he might come out and say, hey, buy some vegetable stuff on his truck, and he used to go around the place and sell stuff like that. But some folks done that kind of stuff right there, like that back in the day.
Valerie, and I enjoy small town Georgia because I'm from small town Mississippi. I had the opportunity upon graduation to migrate to California, which is a place that I spent a lot of time with. After I moved to California, of course that wasn't for me, and I came back down south to Georgia, and there have been quite a bit of opportunities here for me. I have an opportunity to start businesses. I've been a part of quite a few businesses around. I like small town because you have an opportunity to get to know people. You get an opportunity to get involved within your community, which I think is very, very important. Once you get involved with your community, small town doesn't seem as small anymore. So being here in Georgia has been a great experience for me, and I just encourage anyone who is maybe in New York, because I've found too being here, being that I was in sales at one point, outside sales, that a lot of people have migrated from the New Yorks up north and places like that to get back to basics, which is what it is here in Georgia. You're back to basics. You got the green trees, you got the grass, you got all 4 seasons, which I think is the most wonderful thing, where the winters aren't brutal and you don't have sunny days every day like you do in California. So to me, small town is great town.
All right, so a small town that you live in actually is Harum. Harum? Tell me about Harum. Here it was discovered, it was established in what year? 1891. And it's kind of a nice small town city. We have a beautiful park they call Benny Hill Park, and it's beautiful ducks, and that's where you take your family, right?
I did. Used to take my kids there all the time.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Hiram Park, my kids grew up from 5 years old playing football. My daughter cheered, so we spent a lot of time over there. Taylor Farm Park, going out there for basketball games, so because they also did basketball too. And the schools have been really, really good. At first it wasn't as diverse as we would have liked, but over the years it has become very diverse, and it's not as small town as we thought, although it is still small town because a lot of people, you see all the same people all the time, so that's kind of small town. But if you don't want to see them, you can just drive on down the street or go on into Atlanta. So that's like having the best of both worlds.
Oh, that's great, because you mentioned Atlanta. You know, I myself live in small town Georgia. I live in small town Powder Spring, and I love small town because you can always go into the big cities like Atlanta and actually participate in those activities there. And so yeah, I kind of feed what you're saying, because that's what I actually like myself too. Anyway, it's been a privilege talking to you.
Thank you. And if you're somewhere else and you want to get involved, even if you are in a large town, you should always get involved with your community. To
Church.
make things happen, not only just your church, but civic groups.
Civic.
Civic groups. I'm a part of a civic group here in Powder Springs, Georgia, where I run this computer shop, and we try to make a difference within our community, because I think that's where you have to start. You start out small and then branch out and kind of catches on. And so if you want to make change, there's an opportunity for you to make change within your community.
Thank Club E.
Yes.
What does it do? What about Club E? That's so exciting.
Entrepreneurship center.
Oh.
Yes.
And so College Park has a diverse community. It's
Diverse community,
yeah.
progressive community,
Yeah.
and also this is one of the main attractions for me.
Oh yeah, so this is one of the main attractions?
40 years plus.
All right.
And I work for the city.
Okay.
I'm a community activist person.
Okay.
I also chair the historical African American History Committee.
Okay, yeah. So what is significant about African American establishment in College Park?
Awesome contribution to the city. As a matter of fact, this rail line was the dividing point from the early 1900s on up to recently when they moved out this African American community. They moved out, they bought it out.
Okay.
At a price tag they called progress.
Oh.
The airport bought it out to preserve space for retail and.
That reminds me of New Orleans. They did something like that in New Orleans too. Yeah.
You'll have a barbecue pit on one end, but you have a art gallery on the other end. You understand what I mean? So we have a very diverse community. So that's why I thought of you, because I love the fact that you basically covered so many different genres of music, and I think that would be awesome. Okay. I will. As I was saying, so this is the train depot.
Okay.
It's owned by CSX, but we utilize it. They actually gave it to the city of College Park for us to utilize. So it's actually the office that houses myself, the Main Street manager, Iris Baxter, and the economic development for Main Street.
Okay.
So basically, I'm responsible for merchants on the Main Street, revitalization of Main Street, beautification of Main Street, and the design of Main Street.
Okay.
So
what can you tell me historically about College Park?
Historically, I don't have all the history like that yet. Like I said, I just got here 3 weeks ago, so I don't have dates and all.
So what's your goal for College Park? That's what I want to have.
Okay, well, my goal for College Park is that College Park is a wonderful melting pot.
Yeah.
As I was just talking to the gentleman on the phone, that it's a diverse community. There's so much to offer here. We sit right in the middle of, right before going to downtown. We're right near the busiest airport there is. And we have such diversity in the community.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I think is great is that we're right here. We have College Park, Main Street. I want, when people get on that train, I want people to be able to look through the window and go, wait a minute, I need to get off at this stop, even if that's not where they intended to get off.
Right.
Because I want there to be so much busyness going on. I want to see that old style, what a Main Street.
Small town, Georgia, what it used to be.
Show up, they're walking down the streets with their children in the evening, getting ice cream, or just meeting with friends to talk or read or whatever. And Main Street can.
There we go. There we go.
You ain't going to the viaduct now.
Yeah.
Stay to your left.
Taste of Chicago here. A lot of people came down to this festivity bustling and hustling and eating and doing whatever they want to do. But the night they begin to come in, the lights, city lights are shining. All the people here from a taste of Chicago, bustling and hustling, all nationality, coming to taste the food in Chicago. So it's quite a different place to be, but the headline here is food and music. People doing their thing wherever they come from, they just enjoy all of this here. It's an interesting little town, but this once used to be the gangsters' controlled city of Antioch. Over in the distance, it's called a lodge, where the gangster Al Capone used to.
You'll see it's a very small room, but in those days, kids didn't go to high school because by the time they were old enough to do that,
Go to work.
They needed to be helping the farm, in the shop, in the home, whatever. But and then in 1928, the kids were moved next door to this school. And the building was kind of idle, except they had music classes and choral classes here till about the.
So this is where the inception of Antioch began?
No, the town of Antioch was actually founded, I think, about 1847 with the sawmill. We've got a sawmill.
Okay.
Two brothers built over there.
Over where?
You'd be going about a block or so north and turn left onto First Street, and you'll see a sawmill. It's not operating.
Yeah, but it's distinctive.
But it was kind of rebuilt in 1976 for the bicentennial.
Okay.
And it is very nice. It is very worth seeing. It's an unusual structure, but,
okay.
But basically they credit the town's founding in 1847. Or 37, I forget which.
Okay.
To these brothers who came here. Then
who are they? Illinoisans? I'm looking at Antioch, Illinois, 1892 though.
Okay, that's I think when the governance began.
Or when the government started.
When the town was actually founded.
Okay.
But the two brothers who had the sawmill were there.
So who was here first?
Well, the Indians were here first.
Yeah, but when I said, I know the Powwow Indian was here, right?
Right.
So what was the concept of inception? What was the concept of inception? What brought Antioch on the map?
Well, the land was fertile. There were forested areas. There were lots of lakes.
Yeah.
And it drew people up. What?
I think this is the main attraction in this city right here. It's called a river walk in McHenry. Bridge go across the Fox River. It's sort of like a dirty body of water that flow through the city. That's all it is. Yeah, it's not a Fox River, right?
That's the Fox River there.
The river's right there.
Okay, and this is Boone's Creek.
Yes.
This is Boone's Creek.
And this is what I consider here the river walk.
Yes.
And is it new?
Maybe less than 15 years old.
So the inception came about to try to stimulate the city.
Exactly.
So
we just moved here 3 years ago.
Okay, so Main Street, McHenry's down here.
Yes.
Where the city began.
That's the old part of the city.
Yeah, I've been down there, but I was trying to put my pulse on where is the city, where it began.
I believe
right there.
Right there.
That big red.
Just on the other side of the river. Yes.
So how you enjoy living in this alkaline area?
Love it.
You love it?
And we were in Buffalo Grove before, so we were more.
Oh, so you're far away from the city.
Yes.
I got you.
The house we bought 3 years ago came with a boat.
Yeah.
We're right on this.
Oh, you see the boathouse with the roof? That's where we.
There's a Dole mansion they're talking about here. The guy built this mansion, and he built a railroad when his daughter was getting married. So they can go into Chicago. So there's a Dole Mansion here at Crystal Lake, Illinois. The Dole Mansion. Lake Lamore here in the village of Lake Lamore. There is the lake.
Mitchell Airport.
Okay, based on what?
General Mitchell, he was an Air Force general. This is his old family home.
Okay, and the immigrant Germans, he's a lineage of them?
Yeah, so they started a club in 1891, and then they purchased the house and turned it into their clubhouse.
Okay, got you. All right, man, thanks.
Absolutely.
All right. To do it is pretty tough, but when you do that, if it's something to forgive now, if it's nothing to forgive, then I'm not gonna carry on this conversation in my
in the video.
I have a tendency of shooting scenery, and then I got some nice scenery and have the wrong conversation in it. $2.99, not bad, Shona. You're $1. You know the drill. My man's still making that money, huh? Ask for it.
But he don't own the building though.
No, but by now
you see how the guy is redoing the building?
I can imagine how busy downtown Main Street is right now.
Are you trying to go downtown? You trying to go down Main Street?
Either we do it, then do the circle thing. You understand what I mean? If it's not busy, complete the circle,
It was a county area. Yeah. Now we've got a lot of industry.
A lot of industry? So when was it established?
Pleasant Prairie's been here forever.
When you said forever, in the 1860s?
Do you have any idea when Pleasant Prairie became Pleasant Prairie as a township?
No.
It's been a township before the...
So why do they call cities in Illinois villages instead of
everything is different.
Instead of town?
Usually you have townships.
Yeah, but they call them villages. I noticed as I travel through.
In how the government's run. We became a village about 20 years ago.
Okay.
There's a difference in how it's run.
Okay.
As I said, this used to be a township.
Okay.
And then became a village, but then we became responsible for more of our stuff.
Okay.
But as it grew, that's what they wanted.
So how does Winthrop Harbor tie into this?
This area?
Yeah.
I don't
Which one is older?
You know what? I really don't know I don't know much about the Illinois part of it.
Okay.
Zion is old. It's just, it grew when the people from down south came up here to work in the factories in Kenosha.
Oh.
And then more there. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. But I said, I don't know a whole lot about it.
Uh-huh.
No
shot. This is Kenosha. Let's see what you come up with. Kenosha.
Yet before this evening is over, you might give me the trust.
All about? What's this about?
Oh, man.
What are you doing here?
Video, are we on?
You're on a video, man. What you doing here? So you're millennium, or you consider yourself a transplant?
I don't know.
When I said transplant, you grew up here, or you came from somewhere else?
I grew up here.
So your parents transplant here?
Yeah, parents are from Laos.
Okay. So the weather attract you here to it and the people. And so so you embark in what we call a natural living by producing these or you bought them or you plant them?
Fully homegrown.
Homegrown?
Yeah, they're from Oak Creek.
Oak Creek. You actually have a farm here in Oak Creek?
Yes, the farm in Oak Creek.
Wow. So that's why you actually was attracted to this place, because you're an entrepreneur. Yeah.
Brisket, pulled pork, pork, wings.
No, I don't eat pork. No, I just a chicken. I want some chicken.
The jerk chicken, please.
Yeah. So when were you established?
Antonio.
When were you established?
He said, when did we?
So you guys originally from Kenosha?
No, sorry. We got a Zion area.
Who?
Zion.
Oh, Zion.
Started in Zion.
Oh.
We live around Lake now.
Typical Native American village. Depicting here Native American on the prairie back in the I guess before the European entered here. And you live here. What? There was a lot of jobs back here. So what attract you to it?
Well, actually, my first wife is
from Waukegan.
Yeah, so we graduated high school in Alabama. We came up here together.
Okay.
And raised a family.
So what are some known spots that you used to go to, like Oasis Club, that said Oasis?
Yeah, you know about it.
No, that's what I was. I'm walking through here.
Yeah. Oasis was right now on the corner. We used to have a club called the Pilot.
Okay.
But back in the 60s, the main spot was the Kevin McCook.
Okay, so it was actually a renaissance taking place in the 70s and 60s, right?
Yes, I call it the R&B renaissance.
R&B. The Hole in the Wall. Johnny Taylor, B.B. King. Yeah. So what about that story that used to actually have provide all the sharp clothes for the brothers? What was the name of it? Stern, yeah. Stern, yeah. Stern, yeah.
And if you wanted to get them clean and fresh, you would go.
Yeah.
That was the cleanest across the street.
Yeah. So what about McAllister? What was the name of the club?
Steel's Top Hat.
Steel Top Hat. That was a bomb.
That was the bomb.
Yeah.
And a block down the street from here, Green's Place.
Green's Place. I never heard of that one. And what side of the street?
Okay, as you're going north.
The
first street you would turn left.
Okay. So it was an Oasis, a Hole in the Wall, a Steel Top Hat with all the pimps and the Cadillac Jacks and the women and diamond in the back, like what was it? Like I was saying when Superfly. When I went to this place called Hey, Atlanta. Wow. Diamond in the back, sun rooftop, gangster lead. Yeah, so you actually are a remnant of that time in Waukegan, and what I'm seeing now is a transformation of Haiti that passed by. It no longer exists. So why?
Well, it's an infusion of Hispanic culture.
Okay.
Yeah, the Hispanics have come in and taken over
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things that even white people used to run.
Yeah.
And blacks. The black neighborhoods are now infused with Hispanic signs.
Yeah.
Sticking up saying, go to Waukegan.
Okay, go to Waukegan. Well, I'm going to tell you why, right? Historical Main Street, Lake Geneva. It's placed in the National Register. Historical Lake Geneva. People come from all over to see this place.
Wheel to produce electricity. In the 1800s, it was the site of the Burton Flour Mill.
Okay.
This area in here represents Main Street, Lake Geneva from like the late 1800s to the 1930s.
Okay.
In the blacksmith shop, you'll find pictures
Let's walk along,
and tools. Well, I can only go so because I have to be here for others.
Yeah.
In the blacksmith shop, there's pictures and tools when they used to harvest ice on the lake because it's a spring fed, and they deliver it in the area or took it by train to Chicago. The train depot in the picture depicting our train depot that was north of town. There was continuous service from 1871 after the Chicago fire until 1975.
Okay.
And then up the stairs to your right, we have a military room.
Yeah.
And then in the north gallery, there's several exhibits too.
Right.
When you're through in this area, if you go through the door to your left, we have a south gallery with different things.
So there's a replica of the street out there.
It's fun. Yeah,
That's what I'm seeing, a replica of the...
The moldings on the facades came from buildings that were torn down on Main Street. And each front it has a different architectural style.
So let me ask you a question. Are you actually original Lake Genevianite?
Yes, my family goes back 4 generations.
So tell me how the inception of Lake Geneva came about.
Well, John Brink, who was a surveyor, came in 1835 to survey the land. And he named the town Geneva because he came from Geneva, New York, and there was a beautiful lake there. So he named the town Geneva, but in 1888, the post office changed the name of the town to Lake Geneva because they kept getting mixed up with mail with Geneva, Illinois. So the town is Lake Geneva, the lake is Geneva Lake.
Okay, so as every town has its renaissance, what was a heyday in Lake Geneva as a renaissance, and what century was that?
Well, there's a lot of history between Chicago and Lake Geneva. There were 4 buildings brought from the 1893 World's Fair to Lake Geneva. And of course, there was a lot of history during Prohibition days with bootleggers from Chicago, the mafia, well, you didn't call them mafia in those days, the gangsters that came here too.
Yeah.
So that was quite a...
Okay, so that was a heyday. That was a tip of what we call a renaissance. Everything was booming.
Yeah.
What have you noticed change in racing that in Lake Geneva that you thought you'd never see happen?
Well, that's a good question. Change. Well, just progress, moving on, different things.
Okay.
Main Street, there's a lot of the stores. Different stores go in because the rent is so high.
Right. Yeah. One of the things I always take away from this city is, and reflective of the Virgin Island, is the lake is so clean.
Yeah.
It's certain flowing through these little cities, right? And a lot of time when I flow through these little cities, I'm looking for the brothers and sisters, right? And you guys from Chicago. And they told me historically, the people who inhabit this city came from the Great Fire of Chicago. So they came here and they built their homes, waiting to rebuild a house in Chicago. So what part of Chicago? What part?
The suburbs.
Whoa.
Naperville.
Naperville. I've never been there. It's a grape?
No.
A lot of grape? So what's significant about Naperville? I'm from Virginia, historian going through these small cities.
It's a west suburb of Chicago, so people that, you know, want bigger land space or bigger houses, they usually, you know, go out to the suburbs to plant roots kind of thing.
So if I come to Naperville, what's something distinctive there in Naperville I can look for? I'm talking about structurally, historically.
Structurally, they have a lot of parks, a lot of...
There's one in particular called the Riverwalk.
The Riverwalk, like in
It's a downtown area.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful.
Anything like where's that place? Texas. What part of Texas? What Alamo is that? They got a beautiful Riverwalk there. Alamo? No. Anyway, nice meeting you guys. Nice. I'm glad to see you all.
All right.
Okay, man. You take care. Yeah. Yeah.
For $70 here, drive up to Chicago
and sell them.
Sell them twice the amount.
Oh, so this is considered a farm.
Yeah.
Oh, how much acres you have here?
I'm not sure exactly. There's a lot of land. You see, go all the way at the top there. Go far.
Yeah, I remember some odd reason that when I saw strawberry, Thompson Strawberry Farm, I remember it used to be a strawberry, and way back in the day, I used to bring my children here, and then they used to eat so much strawberry more than what they actually purchased.
I know, yeah. That's, over there we have raspberries on that side, and then behind the red barn.
Oh!
Walking, there's
Okay.
strawberry fields.
So that's a family farm?
Yeah, it's a family farm.
So it's a family farm? Mm-hmm. And so how long have you been in the family?
Pretty long. This used to all be owned by the family.
Yeah.
And all those,
Mhm.
the subdivision over there,
Yeah.
was all they all owned all of it.
Yeah.
And they used to have like a running base.
Okay.
They would run planes over here.
Oh, so this consider right, seem to be make up the population of Waukegan. Have you ever told you why they migrate to Waukegan?
Mainly because there's a lot of here, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Like easy to find jobs and everything.
Okay.
But go like.
Oh, so you barely get paid at all. So people come in because for economical reason. Okay, so someone told me that in Mexico there's a sign saying come to Waukegan. Is any truthful in that? Yeah. So as you look around, I mean, you remind me of myself when I was coming up. I was industrious. I always get a job doing high school. You're in high school, right? And you work so you can have money in your pocket. Yeah. And that's what excited about it. You have your own money. You don't have to wait on Pop to give you a little bit of stipend. Yeah, and then what normally happen, it prepare you for what? Prepare you for the real world. You know what I'm saying? It prepare you that you're already part of the system and you're actually working in it. So you can't quantify, you can't say, well, what you gonna study in college?
I'm not really sure yet, but I'm trying to get into veterinarian.
Veterinarian? Yeah. So So actually, you told me exactly what I was looking for. That people came here because there is opportunity, and someone encouraged them. Because my nationalists from the Virgin Islands, first place they went to New York. You understand? Because what happened when they migrated, they went there because they had a lot of opportunity. So then you see a lot of Virgin Islanders going to, say, New York because someone went before. So what do you think about
Mr. Leon?
What do you think about this activity has going on here?
They've got to sit on a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So I'm making history here. I actually happen to run into Eric, my supervisor here in Haynesville, man.
We live right down the road.
Yeah, you in Fox?
I can see my house probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Over there.
So this is in 100. You will be the person who actually following Lincoln around, right? As a news, as the reporter.
No, I didn't follow Lincoln.
Who?
I was with the United States Colored Troops.
You was with the colored troops.
Yeah.
Doing what?
In Virginia, Richmond.
Yeah, yeah.
Richmond, Petersburg. There was a siege going on from August of '64.
Okay.
To May of '65.
Okay.
So that's where I was. So the colored troops liberated Richmond. I was there when they liberated Petersburg. They later I was there. So I covered the battles I was in. So I got in the theater right after the Battle of the Crater in August of '64.
So you had never actually fought in a battle. You're just like a reporter.
Yeah. So I was the only black person. I also wrote before in Massachusetts.
And what was the name of the reporter? So, okay, so he traveled throughout the battle area.
He stayed in one place.
He stayed in one place?
Yeah, he was with what's called the Army of the James.
Okay.
Which would have been each state was considered a department in the Army.
Okay.
So the Department of Virginia and North Carolina. This is where the Union is concerned. Been to break the button. The Grant's headquarters was at City Point.
Okay.
So I stayed in that area. One of the largest concentrations. Yeah. And then in December of 1869, all the colored troops from the Army of the Potomac and the Army of the James were put into
has freedom us from the mental bondage.
Okay, so you're depicting a movement that you're empowering those in our time to become more aware of who they are and where they're going, and to stimulate the brain in order to achieve their objective.
To achieve the objective, yes.
Yeah.
And to come into the empowerment where we're able to help ourselves, opposed to depending on government handouts and things of that nature.
Oh, I see.
Self-empowerment.
So this is your inception here?
Yes, it is.
And
you like to come in?
Yeah, yeah. I like to come in because I'm a historian from the Virgin Islands coming by here, and it attracts me because there's something distinctive about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's why I stop here to traverse around places so I can engage and find out exactly. Because my concept was this, and this is considered North Chicago.
This is considered as Waukegan.
Waukegan.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying to myself, like there was a song like centuries ago, "Where Are All the Brothers Gone?"
Mm-hmm. Blacks was, how would I say? Well, let's just say there could have been more. There could have definitely been better ways to live in peace and to express themselves. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
When you live in a predominantly controlled, politically conservative environment, then your way of expressing your idea, a sense of peace.
Put her real good. So that's your wife, right?
This is my wife. This is my
wife. What's your name?
Josephine.
Josephine. Okay, great. That's a Josephine was a singer. Remember that?
Yeah.
Rolling through the city of North Chicago. Small old town, but this is what it's like. North Chicago. City of North Chicago. I'm rolling through it. Tell me, what inspired you as a young person who grew up in this environment to choose a certain career? Talk to me.
To choose, what was it again?
Talk to me about anything. Tell me about your story.
My story.
That you was telling me about. Go ahead.
So my academic journey has not been a journey where it's just like a straight focus.
Right.
It took me a process of self-discovery and things that I'm personally interested in. I started off with nursing major, and I went over into biomedical sciences, and then I went over into public administration, public and nonprofit administration. So I changed my major so many times because when I first was in nursing, oh my goodness, I was in it for my family. I was in it to basically get a job, what would be self-sufficient, what do I think would help me out. But then I started to realize that wasn't really for me. So then I came back home, and then I took some time to kind of evaluate what I want to do. And so then I went to biomedical sciences because I thought I'm going to be a naturopathic physician. I'm going to go into holistic healing. I'm going to go into alternative forms of healing. And I got into school and I got into my classes and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm failing. And so then I asked God, I was like, why am I failing these classes? I've never failed classes. Like, this is something, I felt like God was trying to tell me something because I was starting off with my spiritual walk and just understanding my identity in Christ. So then, basically, he just took me on a journey of kind of like stripping me away from things that I went into a journey of to like fulfill other people and what I thought I needed to do for self-sufficiency. And so then he introduced me into public and nonprofit administration. So that's what I'm in currently. Yep, and so I would get my degree in April.
So what was it like growing up in this environment? How did you survive?
How did I survive?
Yeah. I mean, because there's so many peer pressure. And you seem to me like you're a strong person. You overcame a lot of that.
Yeah.
How?
Well, I think for one, my family is, I come from a family of women. There are all women in my family. And so all of my family members are filled with glory. And they're just filled with a light that's their guard. So they're light that's a guard to like the darkness of life and the depressions in life and the social things that would be a snare in like mental health and emotional health and stuff. So my journey, my personal journey of strength has come from the things that I've endured, that I welcomed as a challenge into my life. Because I kind of surrendered my life to say, you know, like God, use me how you want me to be used. And so that with that comes the good and the preparation. So I've had to trail through the wilderness and trail
through the fire,
through
the storm.
So in that process, I've gained wisdom. Don't touch nothing. I've been able to use my family as resources.
So your strength came from the family connection.
I think my wisdom is from
No, wisdom comes from the wisdom is something that someone gets from over a period of growth.
Yeah, for sure.
That's where wisdom comes from. See, because
but in regards to the environment, I think my grandmother has given me wisdom on how to manage my space.
Right.
And just how to create a comfortable environment. I mean, as a believer, I'm like a super believer. So I kind of know that I endure certain things because of just how I kind of deal in my life.
So you actually from Waukegan, North Chicago?
No, I'm actually from a small town in Chicago. No, in Carbondale.
Carterville? Carbondale.
And so I came up to Chicago when my mom got her doctorate.
So you came from an educated family background. So you was inspired by what they have done in the beginning, and you followed that suite.
Absolutely.
And what's your name? Tyler Moore. And you actually now in a place called North Chicago, Illinois.
Precisely.
And you're going to eventually become a physician.
No, I'm not gonna become a physician.
I'm just.
I thought I was gonna become a physician. No, I'm probably gonna become like a commissioner. I don't know.
Oh, so you actually diverse your career into some called administrative. Your city.
From Carbondale?
Yeah.
Me?
I know you, but I'm saying, I mean, you put. Did you put Carbondale on a map?
I might.
What put Carbondale on a map?
Why would I put
What put it on the map? Wow, what was the inception of Carbondale? How Carbondale come to be?
I have no idea.
See? See why history is important?
I have no idea.
You see what I'm talking about? That's why history is important. Someone going like me going to ask you that question, right? And if you proud of your city, right? You should be able to tell me the inception of your city, not present day. See? So, not saying you should know present day, but it's always know the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what. So you came from a small city called Carbondale, Illinois, and it's down there by Bloomington, right?
It is somewhat close.
East of Bloomington, because I heard of it. So you know what I'm doing now, right? This is my second time around Illinois, right? So I'm trying to go to all the places that I've never been to.
You don't want to eat now?
And you happen to be one of those part of the story that I'm actually doing right now. See? You're going to be part of my documentary. Curator for this street.
Yeah, but I curate art.
You're the street artist,
art
presenter,
coordinator, yes,
presenter
yes.
from you came from Philadelphia or
Pittsburgh,
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
You enjoying it down here?
But I've been living down here since around 1990.
And it's beautiful place. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's significant about make you stay here? That made you stay here?
It's like Pittsburgh, but it doesn't have all that bothersome snow that you have.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
The survival thing in
the
wintertime.
And I'm on my way to this place to find out exactly what's in here. I was told it was something of significance, so I'm going to go into this place and find out exactly what's in it. I'm out here exploring on this particular day, and it's called Independent Road. I'll see what's in here as I traverse this area here. All right?
And I'm going to guess like maybe 10 years ago or so,
Okay.
they turned it into this beautiful park.
Oh, so this is a creation of a man-made lake. It's not spring-fed.
No.
It's man-made.
Yeah, where they used to bring rock up out of the earth.
Oh, so the inception came about 10 years ago.
I think about 10 years ago, and they have a beautiful beach here.
There is a beach. This a beach too?
This is a beach where children and families.
You actually can swim in this water?
Yeah,
Is it tested daily? How we know the water doesn't wouldn't give you a disease?
Yeah, I think they do test. They wouldn't let families in there.
Okay, okay. So this is the Libertyville Beach located on Independent Grove. And there is a marina here too.
There is. Up here,
Yeah.
you can rent boats and
Yeah.
pontoons and canoes and kayaks.
Yeah.
And then this is lovely where they hold reception.
Okay.
And back here there's a garden where brides love their pictures taken. But
Right.
it literally goes all the way.
All the way around.
Yeah, and there's a big pavilion over there where there's...
You can drive around there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you say you're from Mount Vernon.
No, I'm from Mundelein.
Oh, Mundelein. Yeah. How big is the city of Mundelein?
About 13,000.
13,000? Yeah. Oh, wow. So all of these outreach places is actually a suburb of Chicago.
Yes.
And most
So
people...
we're about 45 miles north of Chicago.
So people live out here because it's country-like. Ain't no longer country.
Well, it used to be a lot more country.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. That was created here in Libertyville. Keegan by night.
Before I learned to call her name.